Hello and a very warm welcome from Jude. And I hope wherever you are you can be nice and cozy and comfy. You can be lying down or sitting down, but definitely somewhere where there's nothing else you need to do, so that you can join me in a very special place because we are going on a little trip. And that little trip we take by foot, so we need our comfy shoes on, and you can now allow yourself to take a few full deep breaths before we start our journey. So breathing in fully and breathing out fully. So taking it lovely and slowly, 2 more full breaths, and when you breathe out you feel your whole body relaxing. You feel your shoulders softening, your elbows, your hands, your fingers, all relaxing, because this is a very gentle journey and a very gentle walk that we're taking, so you can feel very at ease. Well done. So let's start our magical journey into the beautiful, green, tall, strong, soft forest. So we start walking along the path between the trees, and it winds in and out. And as you walk along, you notice that the little birds seem to be coming nearer the path, and they really want to meet you, and one drops down just on the ground in front of you, so you stop, and the bird looks up at you and it tweets its little song or its words, and you think, I wonder what it's saying, and I wonder if it's welcoming you to its home in the forest. And there are little birds and big birds, different colours, different songs that they sing, and the sound of the trees rustling gently in the breeze is so soft and relaxing, and your ears get very used to the sound of the birds singing and speaking to you as you walk. And it's a bright sunny day, and the path has little bits of dappled shade and sunshine where the sun is coming through the trees as the leaves on the trees blow gently in the breeze. And you carry on along your journey, and you hear this scuttling sound in the trees. And you look up, and there is the most beautiful little red squirrel, and there are 2 of them, and they are playing, running around the tree like a helter-skelter, up and down, and then they both stop, and then that sound happens again, and they're chasing each other and having fun, running up and down the tree with a flash of their red fluffy tails and their very sharp claws holding onto the bark on the tall green trees. That's right. And you stay and watch them a while, and then one rests and sits on a branch, and it grabs something off the tree, and it holds it in its little paws tightly, and it munches away at what must be some kind of little nut or seed. And then as you carry on, the other one joins it, and they sit near each other, eating and having a snack. So you carry on with the sounds of the birds and the memory of the fairy clock tails of the squirrel, red and fast. And you realise that you can hear the sound of water, a bit like a little bubbling stream, and then as you take a few more steps you notice that it gets a little bit louder. So you carry on and the path is carrying on winding, but you do then notice that there's a lot of brightness up ahead. And that brightness is a clearing in the forest. And as you come towards the clearing, you really hear that the sound of the water is quite loud now. And when you arrive on the very edge of the clearing, with trees on either side of you and a beautiful round open space, you realise that there's a waterfall falling from high, tumbling down, sparkly with droplets of water looking like rainbows as they fall into the pool at the bottom. And then the stream carries on its journey off to your right hand side. And in the sunshine the water looks blue and fresh, and there's some lovely stones round the edge, and you see a stone that would be just the perfect size for you to sit on. So you walk over to it, you put your hand on it just to check it's right, and it feels warm from the sunshine. So you sit on this little stone that's there, perfectly fitted for you, and you take your shoes off and your socks off, and you can paddle your feet in the lovely, lovely pool where the waterfall falls into. And sometimes when the breeze blows, it sprays a little bit of water over you and it cools you down on this lovely summer's day. And you sit for a while and looking at the pool and the reflections in the pool of the clouds that are floating past, and you think, what an amazing place this is to come to. And you decide that you'll visit there often because it's so relaxing, it's so warm, it's so beautiful. And as you turn around just to see what's happening and look at the other trees, you notice a little bit of movement on the edge of the forest. And there is the head of a young little red deer, beautiful, and it's staring right at you. And it's wondering, who is this lovely little person that's come to my clearing that I come to? And you're looking at it and wondering, what will it do next? And it just watches you. And then, amazingly, behind it, there appears a little deer. A very small deer. And it's hard to know if it's a boy or a girl, but it's definitely a child. And it tucks in beside what must be its mum, and it's there on the edge of the forest. And then you notice when you look further into the forest, there's a bigger deer, and you realise there's a whole family in there, and you can see their little faces all trying to see you. And they've come to visit especially. And they're shy and they're timid, but they're happy to be watching. You almost feel as if they're smiling at you. That's right. So you sit happily there, and then with that you hear a loud bird on high. And it's squawking and screeching, and you realise there's the most wonderful buzzard up there with its white under wings and its big wingspan, flying around, probably looking for a snack. And the deer are a little startled suddenly by that sound as it comes down nearer towards them, and they've also decided to go off into the forest and find some food. So as they turn and run away, you notice that around their tails they've got white patches on their bottom, and as they run away you see those white patterns disappearing into the forest, and you feel so grateful that they visited. That's right. So what a special little visit this has been in the forest, as you take time to breathe, time to pause, to enjoy the water. And you know you can come back here at any time at all. So you're very happy to go back to where you began, knowing that you will revisit your special forest on a different day at a different time. That's right. So you carry on your journey, you dry your feet, pop your shoes back on, that's right, and you start to make your way back along the path. That's right, how lovely. Slowly checking out for all the little creatures along the way, enjoying, feeling relaxed, feeling more and more comfortable, more and more at ease, breathing deeply, having enjoyed this magical journey. And you hear the squirrels, you hear and see the birds, and know that you will visit them again on a different day at a different time. And you bring yourself back to where you are now, still breathing softly and deeply, with lovely, happy thoughts of your beautiful forest and the clearing where lots of lovely magical things happen. So it's goodbye from Jude to Chi, and I wish you a lovely, relaxing time.